talk about how to do number 9. Number 9 from page 181. Page 181, number 9. It says determine whether WX and YZ are parallel, perpendicular, or neither. The first thing that you need to do in order to be able to do this question is to find the slope of these two lines. So the slope formula is m equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Okay, the slope formula will always be the same for all of these points. The next thing that you can do is you can say, all right, so I'm going to do finding the slope of WX in red. So slope of WX. Okay, so when I'm looking at these 2 points, one thing that you can do just to help yourself is to say, okay, well, this is my first X and this is my first Y, right? Because points are always X and Y, which means this is my second X and this is my second Y. So these little numbers next to them aren't like exponents. They're just a way of identifying which X and which Y we're talking about, okay? All right, so now let's go ahead and find the slope. I'm going to use this formula right here. And so the slope of this line equals, and I'm going to do this just to help you out. It's y2 minus y1, x2 minus x1. So I'm going to go ahead and put the line and the subtraction signs because that's what the formula requires. In this spot right here, I'm going to put y2, which is 9. Right here, I'm going to put y1, which is 6. Right here, I'm going to put x2, negative 6. And right here, I'm going to put x1, negative 7. And this right here is why I did that. Because it's important to know that minus this negative, right? It's going to be minus a negative. Now we have to do our math. 9 minus 6. 9 minus 6 is 3. Negative 6 minus a negative 7 would be like negative 6 plus 7. Negative 6 plus 7 is 1. So the slope of this line is 3. Now let's switch to blue for YZ. Slope of, and I'm going to scroll down a little bit and just do this one below here. Slope of YZ. Okay. Same formula. Slope equals, and I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing and put my subtractions, y2 minus y1, x2 minus x1. So my y2, and so if I wasn't for sure, I could say, well, x1, y1, x2, y2. Okay? So y2, negative 6, minus y1, which is 3, x2, which is 3, minus x1, which is 6. Negative 6 minus 3 is a negative 9. 3 minus 6 is a negative 3. If I simplify this, the negatives would cancel. 3 goes into both of these, so I get 3 over 1, which is just 3. So these slopes ended up being identical, both 3. So what are these lines? If the slopes are identical, these lines are parallel. And so when I'm looking for answers, I'm looking for the two slopes, and I'm looking for the word parallel. Oops. Draw that line again. There we go. Any questions, please feel free to ask me.